Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Market will open up in 2 minutes. Making sure everything's posted properly. All right. Everything looks pretty bearish right now. Bitcoin looks very choppy. Like, look at this. It's kind of hard to tell, but look how choppy Bitcoin looks right now. Nasdaq's looking a little bearish right now, just in regards to the move that it's made so far this morning. As I've just been watching, nothing presented itself, but yeah, Nasdaq looks bearish. And gold, as you can see right now with its move, it's kind of made this morning, also has been bearish so far. See on the 1 hour real fast. Yeah, this 1 hour time frame on Nasdaq has yet to break any structure. It pushed up here, but if you look at this range here, it looks like it just hit the 50% mark of the range, and it looks like we could attack day low down here. Depending on how I would want to see how price reacts to London and Asia low on Nasdaq here. And then gold still looks pretty choppy in regards to its range on like higher time frames. And so it looks like price is going to attack London and Asia low, maybe even lower than that, and see how it kind of reacts there. But Nasdaq for sure, I want to see how it reacts to London and Asia low. And then Bitcoin in the 1 hour time frame looks pretty bearish, or bearish. When you zoom kind of out, right, 1 hour time frame has this bearish structure. I think Bitcoin could come and attack this day low, these 2-day lows that are stacked on top of each other right down here. But the question is, will it give us an entry? All right, market. I forgot to say something, but market is open, and we're getting that 5-minute opening range right now, and we're going to see how it kind of forms. All right, in 50 seconds, we'll get this opening range. Okay, we have received our opening ranges on everything: Bitcoin, Nasdaq, and gold. Now let's see how they react. I want to see Nasdaq. I would really want to see Nasdaq hit both London and Asia low here. See what it gives us. See if it gives us a big rejection wick to maybe go long. But again, overall, Nasdaq does look bearish on higher time frames. Bitcoin's about to hit into this 5-minute low. There we go. Nasdaq hit London. See how it kind of starts reacting here. Okay, Bitcoin, it looks like it's rejecting on this 5-minute low, but on the 1-minute time frame, there's really no fair value gaps that price could invert. The nearest one's pretty far away. I'm watching it, but as of right now, there's nothing really presenting itself on Bitcoin. Nasdaq, I'm watching it too. Again, Nasdaq doesn't really is similar to Bitcoin. Like if it gives a rejection off that London low, there's not really a fair value gap nearby. Actually, that's not true. There is a fair value gap nearby. We're watching. We got to wait for this candle to close anyway. So we got 2.5 minutes on these candles. You might actually get a Bitcoin and a Nasdaq trade at the same time here. Okay, there's still 1 minute and 10 seconds left. So Nasdaq actually right now is testing that fair value gap I'm watching. It got very close to inverting it, but I cannot take the trade until this 5-minute candle closes. So I need this 5-minute candle to close. So if it, in this next minute, if it inverts this candle, this fair value gap, I will be taking this long, and I will be showing you guys the setup. I'm just kind of watching and waiting. And you'll see the P&L on the screen, bottom right hand corner of the screen, if we do end up taking this. Bitcoin's not even close. And it looks like Bitcoin actually might not give us anything. So I like this candle here. I don't love it. It's not like the best candle you can get, but price hasn't inverted anything on Nasdaq. What I'm kind of hoping is that Nasdaq hits Asia low and then gives us something. Like if it's gonna go long here, I want to see what it does at Asia low. Because the fact that these two major points of liquidity are right on top of each other. There we go. Asia low's been hit. Now, if it's going to reject, I want to see it reject here, but it looks like it might actually displace through. Bitcoin actually could present us something here. Yep. Entry. Okay. If Bitcoin inverts this fair value gap, I'll be taking it. Okay. I put in the position order for Bitcoin. And we'll see how it plays out. I'll show you the setup. Okay, it looks like we're tapped in on Bitcoin. This is the setup here. Stop loss this low. Shooting for 2R here. This is a little bit more of an aggressive entry, but I like what it did at that 5-minute low. Nasdaq's looking a little bearish here. So it looks like Nasdaq might be pushing through that low. Okay, so this is our Bitcoin position right here. We got tapped in on this candle. But Bitcoin typically, when it gives me the entry, I can enter it before that 5-minute candle closes, and hopefully it still continues that push momentum up that I was doing. Stops are pretty tight on this Bitcoin position, but I'm hoping this candle can stay blue, close blue. Let me zoom this all in for you guys. This is hard to do when it's so little. Okay. There you go. You should be able to see everything. Let me TP. Great momentum here on Bitcoin. Nasdaq closed below the lows, so that invalidates our opportunity here. We have our TP set too on Bitcoin. So if it hits that level, it'll take off 75% of our position, and we'll hopefully ride for even more. And maybe we'll get an order block too soon, and we can move stops up a little bit. Right now, stops stay where they are. But I'm liking what the 1 minute's presenting on Bitcoin. I'm really bummed that 5-minute closed below Asia low because I think it might bounce here. I'm looking at what the 1 minute looks like, and it's inverting a lot of fair value gaps. But it's not my model, so I'm gonna stay away from it. Okay, Bitcoin's about halfway to our TP. I'm hoping this 5-minute candle could push up and close outside the opening range. That would be something pretty good here on Bitcoin. And again, we're just going to stay super mechanical this morning. Try to keep all emotions out of it and just let the trade play out. Bitcoin on the 1 minute had a little break of structure. And so I'm liking it. It's showing good bullish signals here. So I think the only thing that makes me a little nervous is this 5-minute fair value gap at the top of this move up here. That could potentially stop us from getting our TP hit. If that's where price decides to slow and doesn't want to attack external range liquidity up here, that could be where we run into some issues. But the reaction off this low here makes me think that price will attack external range liquidity. And so I think we'll be able to even go higher to like Asia high, day high. And maybe in the next 57 seconds, this 5-minute candle will even give us this 5-minute order block, and we can move stops up a little bit. Oh. 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 I don't love that wick, that 5-minute candle left. I was kind of hoping it would close a little bit more bullish than that. There are some 1-minute fair value gaps that are hopefully going to hold. The 1-minute time frame on Bitcoin did just create a bearish fair value gap, and so I'm hoping we can come up and invert that. But as of right now, it actually looks like Bitcoin's going to get some bearish momentum, especially the fact that what Nasdaq just did. Yeah, what Nasdaq, Bitcoin might follow Nasdaq here. Yeah, I think we're going to get stopped out. Yeah. Yep, I think this is I think it's going to continue that bearish momentum. It could bounce here, but yeah, no, it's not going to bounce here. I don't think it would bounce here. Price just closed below a 1-minute low. And so if you look right here, price just closed below this low. For me, that is, I think, a signal we're going to get stopped out. I think it'd be a miracle right now if it flipped on us. But this displacement to the downside makes it pretty clear that price is gonna, yeah. Okay, stopped out there on Bitcoin. I think that setup that we took was a good setup. It was a model that presented itself. Maybe here on Bitcoin, this could be a liquidity sweep that it gives us still, because there's still 2 minutes left on this 5-minute. It could still push back up, and maybe that was just a sweep of this low one more time. But we'll be patient here and see what it gives us. Yeah, Nasdaq looks like it's going to be pushing through here. I'm glad I ignored this. Right? The model did not present itself, so we don't take it. And look at that's why you don't take it. Even though you might think it might do something else. If the model's not there, there's a reason why the model's not there. Bitcoin's not really doing nothing here. If Bitcoin did though come, or not Bitcoin, sorry, gold. Gold on this far right hand side over here. If gold did come down and sweep this 5-minute low and decide to give me a good rejection off of it and wanted to attack these 5-minute highs, that could be something that we maybe look for. If price doesn't want to go to London low here. Yeah, look at that. Okay, Bitcoin has invalidated any long opportunity here now for sure. Maybe Bitcoin's gonna finally break out of some of this chop. We have these equal lows down here. All right. Don P. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. All I trade is NAS. How long have you been trading? I've been trading now for 2 years. I'm going on my 2nd year. Yeah, I think NAS though has now pretty much solidified that it's gonna go to the downside now. I think NAS could attack this day low, these day lows down here, or maybe stop around these lows that are over here and maybe give us a retracement opportunity. But as of right now, there's nothing for me. It's looking pretty bearish. We'll mark out these lows though, just so we're aware that they're there, and then we'll see as price is falling, you know, how do they start reacting? Do they give us things here? Now, for me, these lows, I would need to see a little bit more than just a wick, because these are kind of old lows, right, that are way over here. If price is going to reverse or do something like that, it would create a double bottom at one of these lows. And I'd want to be a little bit more patient and wait for a little bit more confluences before just jumping into a long. Because really, this move down has been very aggressive. Very aggressive. So, you know, you don't want to try to catch the falling knife. Because in reality, price is probably going to go to these date lows down here on Nasdaq. Waiting on it to drop for sure for the reversal. It started 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks. Oh, nice. Yeah, you started 2 weeks ago. That's fresh. You're fresh into day trading. Let's go. On my 4th top sub account, unfortunately. Yeah. Be careful with those prop firms, especially if you're 2 weeks in. You might want to put a pause on that because you'll spend a lot of money, and you want to maybe try to figure out a model first. That's what I would recommend. If you're 2 weeks in, don't, unless you have a model that actually works and that you can fully execute and you know exactly how to read it, maybe wait to do prop firms until you have something that works or that's something that you can clearly execute. That'll help you get through that prop firm phase way easier. Because you can go through evals very quickly, and they stack up in costs very quickly. And you might have a complete model that works, but if you don't, I'd recommend trying to figure that out first. And TradingView has paper trading. So TradingView down here, if you go to the trading panel, I'll show you real fast. TradingView, if you go into the trading panel at the bottom of the screen, there's paper trading right here. I'd recommend before you hop into prop firms, give yourself a month of paper trading live on the market before you buy an eval, and say, can I finish a month green? Once you can finish a month green paper trading, then I'd say go to the prop firm, because clearly there's something. If you're able to finish an entire month out green on your paper trading, clearly you have something that works, and then you can go to the prop firm and try it out. But I'd say wait until you have something that's actually proven before you put like actually your hard-earned money into it. And I'm only saying this because of experience. I'm only saying this from experience because I've been there. I'm still there. I'm still in my learning journey. Like, I just got my first payout from Top Step yesterday. I've been doing this for 2 years. I just got my first payout. Well, I haven't been doing prop firms necessarily for 2 years. Prop firms I've been taking really serious since May, but I've been day trading like this for 2 years. And since May, when I really started diving into the prop firms, it's taken me May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months to get my first payout. So just to put into context, hopefully you're someone who can do it much faster. I know a guy one of my friends, my brother-in-law, I think he'd be considered my brother-in-law, my brother's brother-in-law, he was actually able to lock in a payout pretty quickly. And sometimes people can do it faster. Sometimes, it's going to take someone else longer. But just to put some things into perspective for you. Look how Nasdaq's reacting to these 5-minute lows. We're not seeing any slowing momentum. We're seeing it push through. So for me, Nasdaq still looks like a very, very aggressive falling knife. My guess, it's going to continue to displace through this one also. Okay, gold has displaced through this 5-minute low and is now hitting London low. I'm interested to see how gold reacts here. But again, gold also looks very bearish. Like, I don't want to do what I did over here on Bitcoin, where like we tried to, stop a momentum that's clearly going to the downside. So I want to see something pretty obvious here on gold. I'm gonna be patient. Like, unless I see this wick coming way back, like giving us a really large wick, I'm probably not going to be taking this gold long. Because I have a feeling it's going to follow what Nasdaq's doing. Everything right now looks like it wants to fall. The bummer thing is, nothing gave us a setup this morning to catch that. I'm like, dang it, man. Like, man, why didn't you give us the setup? Why can't we be a part of the game? One green paper trading is very good. You put me on using mini Nasdaq contracts instead of going big. Now that I'm doing that, I think that's gonna help. Yes, mini yeah, micro. So yeah, minis are the big one, micros are the small one. Micro Nasdaq, yeah. Now, what I recommend, you use minis during your eval, the bigger ones during your eval, because you don't want to sit in eval very long. For me, if I'm doing an eval, when I'm doing Apex, I literally want to finish that eval in one day. That's my goal. So I use the bigger contracts. Now, once I'm funded, I go to micros. I do not recommend using minis in your eval in the starting stage, unless you have something that you know is just it works. Like you are very profitable. Sure, go to minis, but most 99% of people should not be trading minis in your eval in your funded accounts. It should be micros, and you should be using a scaling model. I was cocky because my first account, I got to 2,000 profit within the first 3 days. Blew it. Oh, dang it. I feel that. Yeah, it's like the beginner's like profit. Like in the beginning, you're just profitable. You're like, dude, this is easy. Like, what is taking all these other traders so long? Like, these guys suck. Like, I'm profitable. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shoot, I just got rinsed. And you're like, what is happening? Yeah, I remember last year in 2024 when I really first started getting into like futures trading, I was like doing pretty good. I was like, dude, this is a money glitch. Like what? Why are not more people doing this? Like, this is the easiest money glitch in the whole world. You just like wait for price to go up or down and you just pick and you just buy or sell and then you make money. I was like, this is easy. And then I got a reality check. And then I figured out how not easy it is. Another thing, Don, I don't know if you know about TradeZella, but if you want to put some money into an investment that would really help you, I highly recommend TradeZella. That was something that really helped me. That's something that so TradeZella helped me create 1 minute kill shot, which is the model I use for everything. It's the model that I use for all of it. But you could back test, and back testing is something very helpful. Now, back testing, you know, you don't want to get stuck in back testing. Yeah, TradeZella. The link is down below. You're on YouTube. The link is down below. I have a discount code too. If you use code Maniac, it is a small investment. It's gonna be if you use the month-to-month cost, it's actually cheaper than an eval, and you can do back testing in it. So this is TradeZella. And this is the back testing. Let me see, it's loading. This is back testing. So I've created, so the 1 minute kill shot here. I haven't done too much. I need to do some more just to get more data. But essentially, you'll create a model, and it sounds like you like Nasdaq. You go into Nasdaq and you say, hey, my model is I wait for a super liquidity, I wait for an inverse fair value gap, I wait for the opening range, whatever it is. You create your own model, or you take someone else's that is on YouTube or, you know, TikTok or whatever. You find a model. I don't recommend TikTok. I recommend go finding one on like YouTube that someone can clearly explain to you what it is and show you. Then take that model and come execute it in backtesting. One, it's like practice when you're doing a sport. when I played soccer, right, you're gonna kick the ball over and hundreds of times where you don't even have to think about kicking the ball. You just kick the ball, right? So this, when you practice your model over and over and over and over again, eventually once you get to the charts, you don't have to think about it because you know so well how to see it. This is like your practice, and it'll show you, is my model worth it? What are the stats? Does it perform well? Does it have a good win percentage? Does it have a good average win to loss? You know, which then helps you give confidence when you go into the real market and say, hey, I can trust this thing. If I execute it mechanically, I can trust it. And so I would highly recommend, if you're going to put some money into anything right now, especially if you're 2 weeks in, put it into TradeZella, do some back testing, and try to create yourself a model. And then once you have the data, then go do paper trading for a month, get green for a month. And then once you're green for a month, then go into your evals. You'll feel way more confident going into that next eval. Yeah. These are my tips. I mean, you don't have to use my tips. Like you could just go straight into eval and, you know, try to get the funded account. But I think if you're willing to put in the grind for say 2 months before you even touch your next eval, and you try to do some back testing and figure this out, you're gonna spend hopefully less money in your prop firm journey, and make more money in your prop firm journey for the long haul. I have a video that should be coming out soon that will give you 3 models to hopefully pass your evals, give you 3 models that will help you be profitable in your prop firm journey. So make sure you're subscribed and turn the notifications on. It should be posted. I'm hoping to have it posted by this weekend. The video editor's still working on it, and he should be done pretty soon. But that would be if I had to start all over again, if I had to literally wipe the slate clean, start all over again, that's what I would do. My first 3 months would be that before I touch an eval or do anything. Yeah, I'd recommend, because with the prop firms, you could dig a hole real quick on how much, you know, you put into those things. Especially because they're so easy to buy. You know, you can buy like 5 at a time, 10 at a time, you know, especially with Apex, you can buy 20 at a time. You know, it racks up quick. I think that TradeZella still is 10%. I know that the deal ends soon. Let me see if I can see if the deal's still on. I got an email somewhere. Let me see if I can find this. Nas is reversing. I would not say that. I would say if anything, Nasdaq is probably giving an order block to the downside, and it's going to continue to that day low. That'd be my guess. Where is it? Find this. I don't know. I can't find it. I think it's still on. I think the 10% is still going. Yeah, because for me, Nasdaq doesn't look like it's reversing yet because, one, it hasn't even hit into this low here, and look how aggressive that is, right? There's only, in this entire move down, there's 1, 2, 3 bullish candles. It's very, if anything, this looks like, so something to look for, Dawn. There's a fair value gap right here. Look at the way price is reacting out of this fair value gap. It looks like it's just testing that fair value gap, and it's going to continue to the downside. Right? So that's something to like kind of watch out for. What do I mean by fair value gap? I mean this guy right here. So you have this fair value gap right there. See how price tapped into it? Look at that big wick it's coming out of. It looks like, to me, it's just going to keep going. That means it's respecting bearish footprints. And now it's going to probably continue to day low. This is the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart is what I'm looking at right now. It might be hard to see the little thing. I can make it maybe a little watermark. Yeah. There, now you can, that little 5 right there, MNQ1 exclamation mark, the 5 is the time frame. Yeah, for all of them. Yeah, it looks like I did for all of them. One thing, if we were to reverse right here, one thing, this is some things I would want to see. I want to see the 5-minute time frame invert this fair value gap right here, but then I would want to see it come retrace back down and sweep below, and then reject off that low and then push up again. So like I need to see a lot here to really confirm that price is going to go long, because I'm not at all convinced yet. I need to see a lot more. And we also have like, wow, look at that 1 minute, the 1 hour candle here. We have 15-minute fair value gaps above us. Yeah, I'm just not too convinced about going long yet. Yep, need a lot of confirmation, yeah. And you wait for those confirmations before you do anything. One of my things I try to always tell myself, wait for the setup to come to me. Don't chase the setup. The setups will come. The difference is, are you going to be patient enough to wait for the setup, or are you going to try to chase it and be early, right? Everyone wants to be early to the trade and catch the best part of the trade. Or would you rather just wait for the setup and then be confident in your trade? Like same for over here on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there's nothing over here that it's tapped into. But what I'm seeing is Bitcoin potentially is going to invert this 5-minute fair value gap here. Right? So I would want to see price invert that fair value gap, but then I would want to see price, just like Nasdaq, come down and sweep this low here and then push off. That'd be the ideal thing. Bitcoin could run. Bitcoin could actually just run without even giving us an entry. That'd be a bummer. Yeah, Bitcoin might just. But Bitcoin's still. So Bitcoin's still entering right back into that choppy range. Okay, Nasdaq's also inverting this guy. Gold hitting the London low. That one looks like it's pushing all up also. Yeah, it looks like Bitcoin's having like a V-shaped recovery right now. Not very V-shaped actually, but a very good recovery here. What we could be seeing right now on Nasdaq is just price retracing. So we have this order block sitting out here in the discount or premium of this range. Right now, price could be coming up, and it would most likely stop around 50% of this range. And maybe it'll give us something up here. We'll see. We'll see what it gives us, but I guess we're just getting a little bit of a retracement here. Bitcoin left a really big wick over here, but it's not really at a key level. There's this order block here, but it's not nothing I'm really like stoked about. So I think I'm gonna I don't like how choppy Bitcoin is right now. I would have been confident in this setup here. All right, if Bitcoin inverts this fair value gap, I'm gonna take one more stab at this will be a short on Bitcoin here. Okay, I'll show you the setup on Bitcoin. Oh, wrong one. I'm just gonna stay mechanical here and just execute on my model. If you hear the cha-ching, that means we got tapped in. There we go, we got tapped in. All right. Okay, and you should be able to see the P&L. Yep. All right. Okay. All right. See how this goes. The reason why I like this, one, price came up, wicked it. Wicked above this order block high and gave a very large wick off of it, okay? And that's what we like to see, those large rejection wicks. And also this move up on the 5 minute, not a single fair value gap, not single displacement, and same on the 1 minute. There was only pretty much one fair value gap that is open in this entire move from to the upside. So for me, it's a lot of lack of displacement for buyers, showing that buyers aren't in full control here, and they're not like totally winning in regards to Bitcoin's move up. So now I'm just gonna stay mechanical and stick to my model and let my model just, I'm just gonna get my emotions out of the way and say the model presented itself, let's just execute. And so we'll see how it goes. Now the hope is price is attacking external range liquidity down here, and that we will get our TP tapped, and that Bitcoin hopefully will continue down to these other 5-minute lows, but then also, you know, for the day, attacking these day lows down here. The thing that could play against me in this position is how choppy Bitcoin has been, right? The fact that we're in this choppy price action, it's still in a downtrend, but still nothing like clear, right? It's still very choppy, but we do have the downtrend kind of in our favor and the higher time frame bias in our favor, but that could play against us, is that we're still in a very choppy market. Nasdaq hasn't presented anything yet that I like, and same for gold. What gold maybe could do is if gold came to this 5-minute low here and left me a large rejection, that could be something. I've moved stops down a little bit on Bitcoin. Oh, why did I keep forgetting? To this low here. Just because I definitely don't want to see price coming back up to there. I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive on this position just because I don't love it. As soon as I see like price breaking lows or something, I'll be, you know, trailing stops pretty tight. Right now on the 1 minute on Bitcoin, I would love to see price break this 1 minute low here. That'd be a good confirmation that we're on the right side of the market. Let me mark out this confluence. Yeah, I've taken off pretty much all my risk now with Bitcoin. I moved my stops now down to here. Now, why did I move stops there? We have this displacement with a fair value gap. Price came into that fair value gap, respected it, and now look at how it's displacing out of it. So price should not return back to that. We should see fuel now to basically target the TP. We shouldn't see it like coming all the way back up. There we go. There we go. Bitcoin's looking good now. If we close below this low, if we close below this low on the 1 minute here and leave a fair value gap, I'll move my stops to the wick that was in this fair value gap here. But I want to wait for confirmation that we break this structure, because price could play around a little bit here. Okay, we have another fair value gap here on the 1 minute on Bitcoin. Hopefully we can just respect that and keep pushing, like keeping this momentum. Essentially what this position is, right, is we're trapping all those people who just try to go long on Bitcoin, right? A lot of people here try to go long on Bitcoin, and now we're hoping we trap them. And usually in a trap, it's aggressive, and so that you get really good momentum to the downside, and like it's kind of a quick move. All right, this 1 minute candle can continue and close this low. We'll move our stops down to the retest of this fair value gap up here. I want to see price break this low first. We'll see what Nasdaq does here. It's almost to this 5 minute low here, and see how it reacts. My guess, it's gonna displace through it and continue to the day low. But we'll see. I don't know what the future holds. All I do is react. Perfect. We move stops down to here now. We broke below this low. Stops are moved on this test of this fair value gap, and there's more displacement below us, so hopefully we can continue. I'm really hoping when we hit this 5 minute low, we see displacement through it. That would get good confirmation that we're going to continue this bearish trend to the downside and attack more external range liquidity. If we can hit TP here on this trade, we will close the day out green on Bitcoin. You can see the P&L. It's on the bottom right hand side of the screen. You should be able to see it. Don P, let me know if you can see it or not. I can adjust things if it's not visible. Yeah, so the green is the unrealized P&L, right? That's what's floating right now. So like we haven't locked that in. The red is the little dollar amount that you see that's red. That was our fee to open the position. But if I take a TP, you'll see that number change, and that's our realized gain. So that's what we've actually been able to put in our pocket. I'm going to move stops down a little bit lower. I like this momentum. I'm going to put it at this wick high here, where price respected that fair value gap and then displaced even further. So we've locked in. We haven't locked in a green trade or a green day, but we've locked in a green trade. So this trade will close out green either way, but I'm really hoping we can lock in a green day, which if we can hit TP, that will do that. We will actually be able to say this today will close green on Bitcoin. And I'm liking the momentum right now. I really would like us to hit this 5 minute low here, because I think if we hit it, we're going to displace to like see what Nasdaq's doing. I think that's what we'll do if we're able to make it to that 5 minute low. Well, we tapped it. Now, I love this candle here. This candle is perfect. No wick on the bottom, a full body like close. I love that. There we go. Come on, displace through into our TP. Oh my gosh, it's so close to TP. Let me just double check everything. Okay. Oh, almost hit TP. It was very close there. It's like a pixel away. Okay, I like that the 1 minute just closed below this 5 minute low. I'm really liking that. We should hit TP. It's very close. Man, it's so close to TP right now. It is just teasing me. That's crazy if it doesn't hit TP there. Dang, it really didn't hit TP there. Dang. I'm hoping it comes back down and hits it. I want to see it look like Nasdaq right now. Nasdaq looks great. It's keeping that momentum. I'm not worried though. I'm just gonna keep it where it's at. I'm not gonna let my right. It's like when you get close to that TP, right? That emotion gets high. You're like, oh my gosh, hit it, please, please, please. So I'm just gonna stay cool, calm, and collected. And what I'm hoping is that if anything, we get maybe an order block. If it does decide to close bullish here, hopefully we can get an order block here. But we'll see. I'm just gonna let it continue play out. Oh wait, look at gold. I was so focused in on Bitcoin. Watching gold here. Gold might present a long opportunity here for us. I don't love the reaction here off this low. I'm hoping Bitcoin can give me that push down still. Okay, gold hasn't given me anything. It looks like it just got some pretty strong momentum to the downside on the 1 minute, so might not give us anything. There we go, Bitcoin. There we go, Bitcoin. Perfect. Bitcoin looks perfect. Bitcoin closed below this 5 minute low, so now I'm really happy with it. And gold closed below this low over here, so we're going to ignore gold. I'm not interested in taking long on gold anymore. I would love it if Bitcoin could just real fast, just, you know, hit our TP and get this out of the way. Good morning. Hi, beautiful. You're so pretty. Please. Oh, you want dog food? You would like dog food, huh? You want dog food? Please? Please? I'll be right back, chat. All right. Oh, we hit TP. Look, right as they come back. Let's go. All right, TP's hit. Look, right as I sit down. Let's go. Okay, we locked in a green day. Let's go. That was great. All right, so next TP is going to be this 5-minute low down here. What is that? Trigger price is 101,245.4. We'll take off 25% of our position at that next TP. There we go. We locked in some profit on Bitcoin and no trades yet on Nasdaq or gold. So it is what it is. But there we go. Nasdaq's almost a day low. Now, Dawn, this would be where I'd want to see a reversal. If it's going to happen anywhere, this is most likely where it would happen, is at these day lows down here. Okay. And just a tip for you and anybody else that might be, you know, 2 weeks in or, you know, a month into your trading, always mark out day and week lows. Okay. Day, week lows, day and week highs. Those are very important levels you should be having marked out on your chart every single day. So you should be, because you'll see when price hits into this day low, you'll see strong reactions off of it. Like either it'll displace very aggressively through, or you'll start seeing it chop around, and then that's where you'll see the reversal happen. I'm hoping in this next 5-minute candle we can get an order block here so we can trail stops on order blocks and just leave it running that way. I'm currently live streaming with my audience, and we're day trading Bitcoin. And check out our position. Position entry was way up there. Trailing stop is right here. We've already hit our first TP, which is right here at 2R. We've realized $71.35, floating about $24, and next TP is at this 5-minute low. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Got it. I had to capture a little content. I'm sorry. Love it. Creating content's fun, I think. Edit. I'm hoping this 5-minute candle will give us an order block. Yeah. Wait for these day lows. Wait for these day lows. It's definitely going to hit at least one of these. They're right on top of each other. I would definitely recommend waiting at least for those guys. But let's see the 4-hour. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we see a reversal here. We could see it shoot through. Because look at this bearish trend here on the higher time frame. We do have this bullish trend. But price and like the economic state right now is pretty bearish in general. So I would not be surprised if we see something like shoot down here. What is going on? Bitcoin's actually starting to pump up a little bit. Again, I'm just waiting for 5-minute order blocks right now for Bitcoin. I haven't seen anything that would allow me to move my stops down. So we could get stopped out here. But again, I am fine with that. It's a winning trade. We've locked in a green day. So I'd rather let my stops be wide and hopefully catch a really good move than be too aggressive and miss out on the move. Because we've already locked in the green day. So that makes it way easier to just hold now through it. All right, I'm hoping we can get an order block now on Bitcoin. I'm really hoping we can. So I'm just posting some content real fast. We're just monitoring this trade now. Bitcoin on the 1 minute kind of failed to. I'll show you what I'm seeing on the 1 minute here on Bitcoin. Oh, wrong chart. So Bitcoin on the 1 minute here. What I'm noticing is price failed to displace this low, left some pretty large wicks and pushed up and broke this high. So Bitcoin could be flipping bullish here, but the thing that makes me not think that is because the way that 5 minute closed below this low here. I still think overall price is bearish. Even 15 minute closed below that wick low, and the 1 hour still has a minute and a half left, and there's no level here that it's like needs to, if anything, the 1 hour at least needs to hit these lows down here. There's no footprint stopping it really right in this area. Maybe this order block, but even that I don't think will hold. So I still think overall the bears are in control here when it comes to Bitcoin. All right, Nasdaq is almost to these day lows. Nasdaq's almost here. We'll see how it reacts. If I had to put a guess, my guess is it's going to displace through it and continue being bearish. That'd be my guess. Because price right now seems very bearish, just in regards to higher time frames and lower time frames. But this also definitely could be where it reverses. But we're going to need to see a lot more to see a potential reversal. I need a lot more confirmation than just it tapping it and giving me a wick. I need to see like double bottom, essentially, is what I would really like to see. I'm hoping we get an order block soon here on Bitcoin. I would really, really like that. We can move stops a little tighter. Next TP. Right about there. The lock in 3R. Ideally, we could catch a trade like this. That's the perfect world. The perfect world right now, Bitcoin goes down to day low like Nasdaq. But it could stop us out here before it actually goes. Sean, what's up? Whoa, what? You alright, dude? You okay? I hope everything's alright, dude. Just a checkup, though? Okay. Okay, good. 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 That's awesome, though. That's awesome. Locked in. You're locked in. Even on the go. It's green today. We like it. It's green today. The grind never stops. Okay, we might get stopped out here on Bitcoin. I'm hoping it can push down. Pretty close to our stop loss. I think we're going to get tapped out. Okay, we're tapped out on that Bitcoin trade. Dub on the day. Dub on the day. Let's go. Let's go. I'm happy with that. I'm bummed it wasn't a little bit farther. Bummed that we couldn't like caught something like crazy. But a green day is a green day, and we cannot be upset with that. We cannot be upset with that. Green day is a good day. Where's my stop loss thing? Right there. I'm very happy with today. Very happy. Here's the P&L on that trade. $87.86. So we're green about $30-ish today after the loss. So we're not super green today, but hey, green is green. We were able to take off the loss for the day, and we're able to walk away a winner. And that's what matters. We're able to make money in the market. I'm up 500 for the day. Let's go, dude. Let's go, Don. Stoked on Bitcoin. Stoked we're able to end the day green. Just like what I want to see. All right. How much was that P&L again? $87.86. $87.86. $87.86. Yeah. Okay. We're still waiting. We might get a Nasdaq trade opportunity here. We'll see what it gives us. And maybe even a gold trade soon. There we go. That's a better title. Okay. All right. Got all that content posted. Oh, Bitcoin, are you? Did I move my stops too tight, Bitcoin? Are you gonna run now? I was wondering if I was wrong for putting my stops at that fair value gap. Oh man, Bitcoin might run down further from here. Jeez Louise. We're gonna clear this stuff off. Clean up the chart. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too. I'm hoping we get something on Nasdaq this morning, or gold, either one. I'll take it. We haven't gotten any trades today. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, maybe we don't get a trade today. We might, maybe we don't end up even having a trade on Nasdaq, which that's okay too. I will be day trading. I will be going live today on TikTok during Asia session. So everybody watching right now, if you want to come hang out with me during Asia session today at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be going live during the Asia session, and we'll see if we can trade Bitcoin or gold and see if we can get any trades there. Really during Asia session, I really kind of only focus in on gold. Gold's really my favorite during Asia session. Sometimes Bitcoin if it's a pretty good opportunity, but I don't love trading Bitcoin during Asia session either. I really just like gold. Gold has been really good lately with during the Asia session when it gives me a setup. You have school tomorrow? No worries, dude. No worries. No worries. Pretty slow morning. I'm kind of like frustrated in Nasdaq. Like, you're right there at day low. Just hit it already. I just take it out so we potentially have something. We've been patient. Something that I'm noticing for myself, what I keep making a mistake with Bitcoin is Bitcoin just gave us our first order block. And if I wouldn't have moved my stops down to this high or this low in this 5-minute fair value gap, and instead would have moved it to break even where it should have gone, we would be still in this trade and it would be continuing down. I don't know why I struggle so hard to just wait for 5-minute order blocks. I really struggle with that. I don't know why. It's one of my kryptonites, but it's part of my model, and that's the one thing I really am like not following. But look, if I would have followed it, we would still be in this trade and would still be looking really good. Our stops would be at this 5-minute order block right there. I need to do that better. I'll be journaling that today. I need to start doing that. Just wait for those 5-minute order blocks. Is there news that is about to come, or why is Nasdaq not moving? Nope, no news. Today has zero news. Wait, let me just double check. There shouldn't be any news. Yeah. Tuesday, yeah, Thursday and Friday. No, oh, the news got taken away for Friday. So yeah, no, there's no news for the rest of the week. But typically once price starts getting close to a point of liquidity that's like important, it will start to chop around, right? So what you're seeing is essentially it chopping around, and then once it hits this, you're either going to see it reject and like give a good reversal opportunity, or you're going to see it displace through and really push through hard. Yeah, dang it. Look at Bitcoin. It broke that 5-minute low. Man, I really need to stick to just 5-minute order blocks. All right, gold and Nasdaq look like they could be getting close to something here. Gold potentially is going to hit this low here, and Nasdaq is about to hit those day lows. Hopefully, I will not be taking anything on Nasdaq until it hits those day lows. I need to see it hit those day lows, and maybe we might get something on those day lows. Come on, Nasdaq, hit the day low. Hit the day low and give me some crazy rejection candle. Come on, Nasdaq, you're so close. It's so close, dude. It's so close. Watch, once it hits it, you're going to see it's going to do something. It's going to start moving real quick. It's either going to get bought up or it's going to get sold off. and it's gonna be something aggressive. There we go. Now I hit the day low. Hit the one below it too. Hit both of them. There you go. What are you gonna give us now? Oh, almost hit the second one. Ideally, it hits both of them. That's why. I'm looking at the wrong chart. Okay. If Nasdaq inverts this fair value up, I might just take this long here. I still don't love maybe going long. I don't know yet. Ideally, it hits both these day lows. That's what I'm really kind of hoping here. Okay. I'll let you guys know if I end up putting in my order to go long. I need to wait for, yeah, this 1 minute candle needs to close. And that'll give me the confirmation. Okay, my order's in. We will see what we get here.
Order filled.
All right. We're tapped in. Hopefully we can get a dub here on Nasdaq. You should see the P&L too on the bottom right hand side of my screen, so you guys can see whether we're green or red. Right, we failed to displace this low to the left, which we definitely should have when we hit the day low. I mean, it still could come and stop us out and still run the day lows again. But with the fact that it failed to displace this 5-minute low, and when it hit these day lows, it failed to shoot through, I have some confidence that this potentially could be where it attacks a little higher and starts, hopefully we're catching the reversal and it starts pushing upwards. But if anything, maybe we can catch a little retracement. If it's just a little retracement is what it gives us. What did it order filled of what? What was that order filled? Trillion drawdown got me on an apex eval.
Order filled.
Okay. I keep hearing these order fills and I don't like it. Yeah, we'll see how this long plays out, but I'm hoping we can start seeing is some bullish displacement. That's what I would like. We've been chopping around here for a little while. We hit the day low, the point of interest, and now can we displace? Now can we get some displacement? If this trade could play out, this would be pretty nice for our account, especially that top step funded account. We're just very low on drawdown. I would love to get a nice little dub here. That payout, I'm so bummed that payout literally took out all my drawdown. I did not realize it does that. Maybe the blessing could be here is we get an order block and we can move stops up. Because stops right now are pretty wide. At 39 points, that's a pretty wide stop loss. So I'm hoping Nasdaq can show us some love and allow us to take off some risk and give us some bullish order blocks to the upside. I'm not loving the 1 minute time frame on this. Yeah, we might get stopped out here. Yep. I think this might get stopped out. We'll see. I'm just gonna let it play out. I have no signal yet that I'm allowed to move my stop loss. So, yeah, there we go. Stopped out. Oh, it's a bummer. That's a bummer on that one. Yeah, see, their price came back to that day low, and now it's displacing through. Okay. We got caught in a little trap there. Yeah, that 1 minute candle pushed through hard. Maybe this 5 minute will push back up. It's still got 3.5 minutes left on it. So maybe we can get another opportunity here, but I'm going to be patient, wait, and see what is this 5 minute candle form, because maybe we just got caught in a little bit the one more liquidity sweep, right? Maybe this wasn't the final liquidity sweep. Maybe this was. Or if this 5 minute candle closes through these, I'm not even going to be trying on Nasdaq, and we're just going to probably come back tomorrow for Nasdaq at this point. But unless this candle can push way back up, fail to close below these lows here, we'll see what it does. But I have pretty much no drawdown in my Top Step account, which is a bummer. That took like the last of my drawdown. Oh man, that was fun. I did not realize the payout did that. Dang it, dude. That sucks. We would need this next trade to be like picture perfect on this to save this account. We have $25 in drawdown. Yeah, it had the setup, but price wanted to come back down and test it one more time. Yeah, I didn't realize. So I took a payout on my Top Step, and I didn't realize when you take a payout, they literally take all your drawdown. I had over $2,000 in drawdown in this account. Like, I should not be almost blowing this account right now. I had plenty of drawdown, but then I didn't realize when you take a payout, they literally take every dollar of your drawdown and put it to nothing. And I was like, what? I opened my account and I saw yesterday, we only had $300 in drawdown. So basically, if I take 2 losses, I'm basically like out of it. And I was like, dang, dude, that sucks. But the nice thing is we were able to lock in a payout. So even if we do blow this funded account, we ended up on top overall. But next time, yeah, I thought it was stupid. Like, why would you take my drawdown? I've literally worked to get that. Like, that's not like something. I don't understand why they're able to take away the drawdown. It didn't understand to me. Yeah, because I worked to keep that and worked to have it, but I don't know. It was weird to me. They took it all away, and so now I'm like at risk of blowing the account. But I'm not gonna let it frustrate me. It's a lesson learned. The next time I go to take a payout, I'm gonna make sure I have way more buffer in the account. I'm not gonna take if I have only $600, I'm not gonna take 50% of that out. I'm gonna leave maybe only gonna take like $100 payout, or a $150 payout, because then that leaves me quite a bit of drawdown still. Or just wait until my account's at like $2,000. But yeah, I was pretty frustrated with that because now, oh man, look at Bitcoin. That's a bummer. Okay, Nasdaq closed through these lows. So for me, I think I'm gonna call it for the day on Nasdaq. We took one little stab at it and it didn't work out, but It is what it is. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna head down. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. But I'm not mad at this trade we took. I think it failed to displace, started inverting fair value gaps. It gave a little setup. It was definitely an aggressive one, right? Because we're trying to catch potential reversal. That could be like a really insane trade, right? Like if this decided to reverse and attack up here, that'd be a really good trade. So we took the stab to see if it would work or not. It didn't, and I was willing to take that risk on that one. But Bitcoin, man. All right, I'm definitely journaling that I need to. The next thing I really need to work on in regards to the discipline of my mechanical strategy is the 5-minute order blocks. Like if I just follow that and do not move stops until I get a 5-minute order block, it works. It works. Because right now Bitcoin, we'd be way up. We'd be way up on Bitcoin. Read it back, yeah. Thanks for all the help today. 3 p.m. EST. Yes, not 3 p.m. EST, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So Asia session, which is, I think it's 6 p.m. EST. So I'm in Pacific Standard Time, so I think it's 6 p.m. EST is when I'll go live. And we'll gold could potentially give me something here soon. We'll see how it reacts to this low, but yeah, I kind of want to wait for a really good A+ setup, especially with the fact that I have only $25 in drawdown in my account right now. And hopefully we can like save this funded account. I don't want to lose it. But I mean, if we lose it, we lose it. We came out on top either way. It's a lesson learned, if anything. Don't take a payout until you have enough buffer. All right, guys, I'm going to call it for the stream. I'll see you guys later on TikTok when I go live during Asia session. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if I don't see you at TikTok, I'll see you at market open tomorrow morning.